don't clean it out, things are gonna rot. So, in terms of what foods are there that you can advise that can help to detoxify the digestive tract as much as the liver, because the liver is also um, it's like a processor, and if the liver is not functioning at its optimum, then everything else is going to be out of balance. And you so how to detoxify and how to nourish the body at the same time. What advice
Okay.
would you have for us?
Wow. I'm so happy you said that. You know why? Because this subject, how do you say, I get the greatest pleasure in church teaching young people 3 to 5 years old how to clean and detoxify their body. Now, I play a little game in church. I asked the children, I said, ladies and gentlemen of the church, right now I'd like to have all the children that are between 3 and 5 stand up. So I would have children stand up between 3 and 5 and 3 and 7. And then I would ask the kids to say red. They say red. I'll say it again. I say purple. They say purple. I say, now say black. They say black. I say, okay, scream it again. Red, red, purple, purple, black, black. And then I have them scream it a third time. I ask these 3 to 7 year olds to scream these three colors. Then I tell the children, you have 3 parts of your brain that store memory. It's like 3 computers. 3 parts of the brain that store memory. So I tell the children, say it again, red, red, purple, purple, black. I said, leave the red in one spot of the brain. Leave the purple in the other spot of the brain. Leave the black in the other spot of the brain. Then I tell the children, when your mom takes you to Spain, your mom takes you to Germany, your mom take you to Africa, your mom take you to Paris, if your mom take you to Mexico, I don't care what country you go to in the world, all children, when you get to that country, what color foods are you gonna eat? Then the kids scream, red, purple, black. I said, ladies and gentlemen, all these children have a degree in detoxifying and clearing the body because they know that red foods, purple foods, and black foods are the highest of the antioxidant, and you cannot clean the body better than red rice, black rice. You cannot clean the body better than like black radishes. People don't know this, okay? So when you go buy your juice, I'm not naming any companies. All right, everybody, you heard me. Get your paperwork, write this down. When you go buy your juice, I teach children, you go get dark red, purple to black juice. I don't care what country you are in. If you're in Dubai, you get the best red, purple, black juice. If you're in Germany, you get the best red, purple, black. If you're in Jamaica, if you're in Kenya, you understand what I'm saying? If you're in Tanzania, so you get the red, purple, black. Now you ready for this? These items, they not just nourish the body as they go through, but they clean and cleanse the body the same way that vinegar does. The red, purple, black, it grabs everything inside your body and it just pulls it right out through your colon. Okay,
It's
so
called
red, purple, black.
they're the
Beautiful.
highest in phytonutrients is what they call it, which
Yes,
has
yes.
the highest count on the ORAC level, oxygen radical absorbance capacity. So anything in that sense, it just acts like it's like it absorbs the toxins like a sponge before
Right.
it gets eliminated as waste.
Right. Also, I want to speak about the other part you spoke about, the nutrients. You know, about may your food be your medicine and may your medicine be your food. Oh, let's clarify all that. Uh-oh. Get ready. Sit down, duct tape your body to your chair. Get
I'm
ready for
ready.
this. Everybody listening all over the world, the international community, I want you to know one thing. I don't boast, I don't brag. I thank God, I knock on wood for the blessings, okay? But the bottom line is 50 years I've been taking care of myself this way. 50 years I've been doing this by myself. I don't even go to a dentist right now. I've been doing it all my life by myself. Now, the program that I'm teaching has never been heard of, never been announced, but I pretty much call it the all program because God heals everything. Allah heals everything. Elohim heals everything. Buddha heals everything. Jah heals everything. So you understand, it's the all package. So I have learned spiritually. Now, some people might think I'm crazy when I say this. Spiritually, but I've learned spiritually and I've learned from an out of body science. When I say out of body science, that's science where you may call alien. I call it my angels. Some people use the word aliens and I say angels. My angel science from afar with the spiritual science put together have made a medicine formula of herbal healing. How do I say? It completes, may your food be your medicine, may your medicine be your food. Because with these herbs, I've learned a method. I could hand you, and I'll give you a parable on this, okay? But I could hand you herbs in your hand today, Giovanni and Ahmed. If I hand you a handful of what I call trail mix, the Dr. Jollie Harris III trail mix, you could go 3-4 days with no food, with just one handful of what I give you. Okay? The reason why you can go 3-4 days with no food is because the nutrients are in the herb. Now, let's get a little bit more scientific. Now, what I'm going to say, because people have heard the term herbs, but people don't know that it's not truly about the herb, Miss Giovanni. It is about the seed, which is what I preach to Ahmed. The seed, let me give you a parable example. One apple seed can grow a tree, and that one apple seed can grow 1,000, 10,000 apples on one tree. So what is greater, that tree with 1,000 apples or that one seed? All herbs begin from a seed. The seed is the first generation. Example, I preach about the mustard green leaf. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Maybe the next show if we don't get time this one. But that seed, that mustard green leaf comes from a seed. Okay? Just like the fenugreek leaf comes from a seed. Do you understand? So I will show you a method of using seeds. I could put these seeds in your hand with some nuts and you can go like I do. You can go a whole week with no food and be talking like me, blah, 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 working your butt off and not even thinking about food. When you get the proper nutrients in the body, I want the world to know, when you get the proper nutrients in the body, the brain forgets completely about food. You'll work 5, 6, 7 days and work your butt off and not even think about food. You know why? Because you're living the way God now wants you to live, which is off the nutrients. Your food becomes waste. That's bowel tract, more bowel tract. It's just everything coming out your bowel tract. Your body's only concerned about what stays there, what attaches to your liver, what attaches to your heart, what attaches to your kidney, because your body's only concerned with keeping you alive. Your body's not concerned with what you think tastes good. Oh, people, they got to have a shrimp. Got to have my lobster. You can go to whatever you want, your caviar, whatever you want, your top of the line cognac, whatever you want. But there's things that the body requires regardless of what you are coming for.
Let's talk about water.
Water. Oh, wow. Ahmed could speak a little bit about that. I was over there in Bahrain and a crowd, you wouldn't believe this. People wouldn't believe it, but he knows this to be true. In the grocery store, I drew a crowd talking about women, water. All these women started circling around me and we were talking about water. I was showing Ahmed what is real water, the difference in real water, the difference in fake water, and the water that your body spiritually needs. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching here, please hear me when I say this. I'm not against any water companies, nor will I name any water companies. I want you to know, because we got people, once again, people helping their seniors, especially older people. They need better water to keep them going. Okay. So, example, if you're taking care of your mother and your father and they're elderly, look at the bottle of the water. And I was teaching Ahmed over there, look for the words calcium,
Silica.
magnesium, and silica. Okay. Calcium, magnesium, and silica. These are the three words. I'm not going to name the brands, but a few of the top brand companies. You look at the back of the bottles, you'll see those three words: magnesium, silica, calcium. Now, I want people to know this: the best water on the planet Earth, I said, that you could possibly ever drink in your life, comes with 1,500 milligrams of calcium. This is pure water. If you drink pure water, it tastes so good, Giovanni. It tastes so good. I'm not going to name the president's plane that I was on. He was from Africa, but I was on his plane and I drank some real water and I started crying. And the president's son said, "Why are you crying? You're embarrassing me with my father." I said, "Hey, I was a personal assistant to this particular president's son, okay?" And I told him, I said, "I'm crying because I never had a glass of water. I never had anything touch my mouth that tasted so good." Giovanni, a real glass of water, if you drink it, you could go all day with no food. You have all the nutrients. You have everything you need. Water is the most precious thing on the planet Earth. Why won't man allow us to have it?
Are you going to share the secret with us, like what water it is?
Yes. Well, once again, what you do is, it's not a particular brand. Remember, Ahmed, because there's many brands on the shelf in many countries that sell all kind of stuff. You look for the water that says calcium. Read the back of the bottle. It may say so many milligrams of calcium, 10 milligrams. It may say 8 milligrams. It may say 20 or 15. It may say 35 milligrams of calcium. Read the back of the bottle. Look for the word calcium, magnesium, and silica, and buy the bottle that has the most of those three. So this bottle may say 20 milligrams of calcium, and the one your sister got said 10. Well, you take the 20. Okay. Also, distilled water works excellent when you can't find the water I'm talking about. When I can't find my water, I may be drinking distilled water. Distilled water cleans your body. It alkalines for real your body. People talk about alkaline water. I'm a zillion percent against that. And I'm not going to go here and go through a whole bunch of speech about it. I'll just tell you no. Okay. So distilled water, it cleans your pores of all the chemicals that came in the air. You know, there's a lot of chemicals coming through the air, through this climate control or whatever they want to call it, control. You call it whatever you want to call it. The bottom line is there's a lot of things coming in your body that God don't want in there. And this water cleans it out. Distilled water purifies the body. It cleans out the rubbish in the body. Also, distilled water is the only water you could use with lens. You know, with your contact lens, distilled water is the only water that will clean your iron. Distilled water cleans whatever it touches.
I just saw you drinking water. What are you drinking?
Okay, whoa. Now let me help you just a little bit on the water. If you were doing some distilled water, like I just said, you could squeeze, okay, because we use that term alkaline. I don't like using big words that a person that didn't go to school would, how do you say, disrupt their brain right now. I don't want to put ruffles in a person's brain that never learned to read. I don't want to put ruffles in a person's brain that never learned to write, because God teaches me that I have to help everyone regardless of who they are, and I'm responsible for teaching a person who doesn't know how to read, who doesn't know how to write. I'm responsible for being their brother too. Okay, so instead of saying the word alkaline, I'm just going to say acid cleaning. That's a better term than the word alkaline. Lemon has acid cleaning. Limes have acid cleaning. The grapefruit has acid cleaning. And the orange has acid cleaning. I told Ahmed when his children were young, I said, your son and your daughter, put a lemon, a lime, an orange in front of their face and let them pick one of them, whichever one your child picks. If your daughter likes the lemon, let her eat a lemon every day. If your son likes the lime, let him have a lime every day. If she likes the orange or if she likes the grapefruit, give them that item every day, and you will learn that your child will be raised with no sickness. Flu's gone, cold's gone. A lot of things, the colon cleanse, the urinary tract is cleansed. Their learning is perked up because this cleans everything in the brain that clogs the brain. You got a lot of mucus and everything else that wants to clog you up. Well, this cleans you out. So the real true alkalization, if a person want to see what real alkaline is, the best thing I could tell you is go hand an orange to a squirrel and watch what a squirrel does. If you see a squirrel with an orange eating it, you'll think that squirrel is making love. The squirrel goes crazy because the squirrel knows it's going to protect the body through the window. The squirrel knows it's going to give it a new coating for its coat. It's going to keep its fur just perfect. The squirrel knows this, but we don't. Another thing, and very important, the lemon, the lime, the orange. I'm asking all of your viewers out there, squeeze it in your grandma's water. Squeeze it in your mom and dad's water. You do the same thing. If your mom likes grapefruit, squeeze grapefruit in her water. If your grandma likes oranges, squeeze oranges in her water and allow her to slowly help her body come back inch by inch, inch by inch. Slowly we turn our life back into the hands of our Lord and Savior. This alkalization is the way to go. Also, I want the world to know this is powerful. The animals are smarter than us. We have dominion over all animals, but animals have, how do you say, they got a direct license to God on the spiritual line, and their animals, their license is stamped and sealed and barcoded, and you know what I'm saying? All of this, the animals got it so correct, I can't put it to word. Every hippopotamus, every elephant, every what do you call it, cheetah, every squirrel, every animal eats the skin of the lemon, lime, orange, and the grapefruit. Even the crocodile, even the gorilla, they eat the skin. But Ahmed, what do? We throw the skin away. The skin of the lemon, that is your acid. Your citric is in that skin. The skin of the orange, that is your citric. That is your true alkaline. Eat that skin. The same thing in the pomegranate fruit, which is not a citric, but the pomegranate the same way. Eat the skin. Do you notice that birds on a tree will eat straight through a pomegranate fruit? The birds don't spit out the skin.
Brother Jollie, what can you tell us about, you've mentioned mustard greens. Can you share it with us? Greens. Yeah, what does it really do for the body?
Well, the mustard green, first of all, it's on the cover of my book. I wrote a book titled Home Cooking to Cure Cancer. And the mustard green leaf is on the cover of the book. And the reason why the mustard, well, that's the older book there. The newer version, we got it on that one. But you can get it directly through me. But the mustard green leaf, now there's a mustard green salad in that book. But anyway, the mustard green leaf, I want the people to know this. Now, one of the ways I learned about the mustard green leaf was way back with my grandpa when I first got out of the hospital and I came to California to go to Disneyland when I was 6. My grandfather took my finger and stuck it on Mark chapter 4, verse 30 through 32. He stuck it in the Bible on Matthew 16 in the Bible, where God talks about having the faith of the grain of the mustard seed. In Mark chapter 4, where God said, where shall we liken the kingdom of God? It's like the mustard leaf. When it's sown, it's the most powerful leaf on the planet Earth. This particular leaf is talked about in the Bible. It's talked about there. But then I also learned about it after my grandfather told me about it. Guess who signed and delivered the mustard green leaf to me? Giovanni, you ready? Granny on the Beverly Hillbillies. She used to cook mustard greens for Jethro. So she used to cook dandelion and mustard greens. And Granny, she kind of, how do you say, she validated when I started watching the Beverly Hillbillies, she validated that this was the correct leaf for me. Okay. And people at, Venice Beach, I used to teach out on Venice Beach for 9, 10 hours a day. I would be on Venice Beach talking for 12 hours a day, Ahmed. No food, no bathroom. I just be out there throwing up God, just throwing up God, telling people how to heal their bodies. And I used to hold a bunch of mustard green leaves up in my hand, and I take this leaf bunch and I would hand it to people. And I tell a lady, I said, lady, I dare you eat one mustard green leaf a day for your blood pressure. I tell this man, I dare you eat one mustard green leaf a day for your sugar. I tell another person, I dare you eat mustard green leaf once a day to take care of your diabetes. When I tell people that, they go, what? I said, take a mustard green leaf and chew it. It will reduce your asthma in 20 minutes. Period. It will also shut down a migraine headache, and it will also shut down a person from having a stroke. Just eat that leaf. The mustard green leaf has the highest content of chlorophyll. You know what? Give a mustard green leaf to your cat or dog. Chop it up in tiny pieces and give it to a cat or dog. And what? You're going to see your cat start crying. Your cat's going to look like it turned Chinese. The eyes are going to be all slanted. Cat's going to be too happy. Same thing with the dog, because animals know. They know it's going to clean the colon. When I was at Venice Beach one day, I was teaching and preaching, screaming about God and health. A lady came by me and her dog came and sit right in my booth, sit right at my foot. And the lady walked over to me. She says, I can't believe this. I said, excuse me, ma'am, but you can't believe what? She said, my dog. The whole life of my dog. My dog has never left my side, and my dog is at your feet, laying down at your feet like he's your dog now. She was so upset. The lady said to me, what's with you? How did my dog leave me like this? And I answered the lady, Giovanni, I said, your dog knows he has life in existence here with me. Your dog knows that everything on my table will keep him alive. That's why your dog is sitting at my feet. He don't want to go nowhere. He wants this life. So wow. Animals, you understand? Animals can sense this. They can see this. But human people, you have to get on the phone and talk to them for 19 hours.